We are now going to see some examples of onto functions. Consider this function f from the set of all natural numbers to the set of all natural numbers defined as f of x is equal to x. This function where x goes to x is called as the identity function. So let me start enumerating. F of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 2, f of 3 is 3, f of 4 is 4 and so on. Each number is mapped to itself. So I have to find out if this function is onto or not. Consider any element y belonging to the codomain. Codomain is the set of all natural numbers. What will be its pre-image? We see that the pre-image is the number itself. Y will be mapped to y itself. And hence, every element in the codomain has the same element as its pre-image in the domain, and hence f is onto. Consider this function f from the set of all integers to the set of all integers defined as f of x is equal to mod x, the modulus function. How is it defined? F of minus 1 will be 1, that is mod minus 1 is 1, f of 1 is 1, f of minus 2 is 2 because mod of minus 2 is 2. F of 2 is 2, f of minus 3 is 3 and so on. You see, minus 1 and 1 are both mapped to the same element 1. And the same goes with minus 2 and 2. Both of them are mapped to 2. Let us observe what is the range here. The range is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So we see that range is the set of all natural numbers. But what are we given as codomain? Integers is our codomain. Do you see that range is not equal to codomain? And hence f is not onto, because we know that if f is onto, codomain has to be equal to range. Consider this function f. F is defined from the set of all whole numbers to the set of all whole numbers defined as f of x is equal to x minus 1 if x is odd and x plus 1 if x is even. Do you see that f of x is taking two values here and it depends on what x is. If x is odd, it takes the value x minus 1, and if x is even, it takes the value x plus 1. So we have our domain as whole numbers. So 0 is mapped to 1 because 0 is even and hence 0 plus 1 is 1. F of 1 is mapped to 0. F of 2 is mapped to 3. F of 3 is 2, f of 4 is 5 and so on. Do you see a pattern here? All odd numbers are mapped to even numbers and all even numbers are mapped to odd numbers. Now, let us consider an element y belonging to the codomain. So, either it is x minus 1 or x plus 1, correct? Depending on what x is. So the pre-image of y is always either y plus 1 or y minus 1 and hence f is onto.